Hi, and welcome to this episode of Navigating the Waters, where it's my absolute pleasure to introduce and interview the fabulous Stephanie Mckinney, CEO of River VC. So Stephanie, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would love to hear more about what's inspired you to both set up River VC and also to set up this podcast.
So the drive behind River was to invest in startups as a typical VC. And then once I've dove into the VC world, I realized that there was a deficit in women investors and founders. There was a 3% of women who were able and successful in raising capital. I really wanted to hone in on increasing their value as well as their voice in a entrepreneur aspect as well as an investor aspect, which is what drove me to do Navigating the Waters, because sometimes it can be very crazy learning the terminology, learning who to talk to, figuring out where to go as an investor and as someone who is looking to raise funds.
I love that. And it's so true. I mean, I think we've seen in the last few years that the amount of investment that goes towards female founders or female investors is actually declining, despite the fact that we're seeing, I think it was 50% more of female founded businesses achieve faster than male businesses. So although they are outperforming from a step-by-step basis, they're not seeming to be able to perform in the same way when it comes to seeking that funding in the first place and finding their voice, as you say. So understanding that terminology is going to be vital. So what can our listeners expect to get from Navigating the Waters?
Right, so Navigating the Waters is going to break down the scary interview process, the terminology that you may hear just fly out of everyone's mouth that you have no idea and are also too scared to ask because it is another aspect that you don't want to show weakness in. So we're going to break down the terminology, break down the interview, understand what you need to bring to the interview, as well as the follow-up, where to seek funding, where to seek angel funding. We're going to do the whole shebang, as well as from a raising your money, as well as where should I put my money. So we're going to then dive into the investor. There's so many syndicates out there. What should I do? Where should I put my money? Who should I put my money behind? Why aren't they explaining this to me? So we're going to do the entrepreneur, the founder, as well as the investor side through Navigating the Waters.
I love that. And it's so needed, because that is one of the big challenges when we've kind of looked into why is there such disparity between why there's such a lack of female founders and female investors. There is that real piece of the element of the unknown. I mean, we don't want to feel stupid. We don't want to feel out of our depth. And there is so many, to your point, there's so much terminology, there's so much jargon, that actually it's difficult to know what's genuinely being said, and therefore you don't know if you're going to say something silly and trip yourself up or say something sensible. So I think it's such a great resource for people, and I love that you're taking us on that whole journey. So it is that kind of cradle to grave, depending on where you are, isn't it? Are you wanting to get out there and start up, or actually you're now wanting to give back and invest in other people's future? So I think being able to kind of break that down and take us on the journey and make it accessible, make it something where we don't need to feel uncomfortable or uncertain with it, because you're able to explain it to us and keep it real, is going to be a vital resource. And I'm really enjoying the opportunity to be part of that journey and help bring that to life.
Thank you. Yeah, Navigating the Water is meant to be a community where you can ask the stupid questions and feel out of your depth, and then just being able to thrive together is what I'm really targeted to do with Navigating the Waters.
I love it. I love that whole piece around community, because that is what we need, isn't it? We want those people around us that we can create that safe space so that we can learn and grow together, and that feeling that you're not alone, which is so important for all of us, whatever we're doing, but particularly in the space when we're thinking about our finances, because it's a place that already makes us feel insecure. So anything that can give us additional security and an additional support network is going to be so crucial. So as I understand it, it's going to be fortnightly, is that right?
Correct, yes.
Fantastic. And people will be able to view it on the Navigating the Waters channel on YouTube, and also on Apple and Spotify and all of the other podcasts.
Yes, I'm making it as accessible to everybody. So making sure that we get the huge target community and grow.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sparing your time with us today to really bring to life what Navigating the Waters is. And I really look forward to the big launch and getting really stuck into that cradle to grave journey around investment and investing to help entrepreneurs, to help investors, and to help everyday people to really unlock their potential. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I look forward to it.